Economic freedom fighters, the EFF leader, Julius Malema, says that now that the President Jacob Zuma has fired the Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan, opposition parties will vote in support of a motion of no confidence against the President. The Red Berets, along with a number of other opposition groups, are looking towards the Constitutional Court to order that the President faces disciplinary action for breaking his oath of office. On Thursday, the Democratic Alliance, the DA, indicated that it will table that motion of no confidence in Zuma. Now, for more on this story, we're joined in our Polokwane studios by Levi Ndou, political analyst. Mr. Ndou, very good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the viewers.
First and foremost, I would like to solicit some reaction from you on the impact on ordinary South Africans on the cabinet reshuffle that happened during midnight last night.
Well, I think first point that we need to look at is the fact that constitutionally the President has got the powers to appoint and to remove ministers. So there is nothing wrong that the President has done, rather, in relation to the powers given to him by the Constitution. But I think one aspect that we need to look at is the fact that the President always wanted to see Minister Gordhan, or former Finance Minister Gordhan, out of office. He has done that by consulting before the ANC top six on numerous occasions. But one must finally say that the President's wish have been granted because he finally got rid of the Finance Minister. But when you look at the entire reshufflement, one would say that the President is being quite strategic. He removed the Finance Minister and also play around with other cabinet ministers, moving them from one portfolio to the other. Maybe one aspect that one would want to find out is that, was the reshufflement informed by performance by different ministers, or was it informed by factionalism within the ANC, or is it informed by trying to strategically put certain individuals in positions where, when they move towards the elective conference, they would be in support of what President Zuma would love to see as the outcomes of the conference.
Now, in my introduction, I've indicated that the Democratic Alliance has called on political parties to set aside their personal interests and support the party in its motion of no confidence against Zuma. Do you think that this approach will work this time around as it failed previous times last year?
Well, I think one must emphasize the point or the fact that the President has got all the prerogatives. He has got the powers given to him by the Constitution to fire and to employ ministers. And I think when the motion is only coming because the emotions on the ground are quite mixed. A lot of people on the ground, ordinary citizens, are not happy with the cabinet reshufflement. A lot of members of the ANC, including those that are in leadership positions, are also not happy with the removal of Gordhan. And I think that is why the Democratic Alliance is saying maybe this time a lot of other members of the ANC are going to support the move. But one narrative that we need to bring onto the picture is the fact that it is within the hands of the ANC to remove the state president from office. And if this is not properly articulated from the ANC itself, there are possibilities that it must still fail. The ANC wouldn't love a situation where they are being dictated upon by the opposition, especially on major decisions where their president and the head of state is being removed from office.
Now, the economic freedom fighters, led by the Commander-in-Chief Julius Malema, are going to the Concord to force the Parliament to implement the recommendations of the Public Protector. Is there a link, perhaps, between the Concord and the reshuffling in this particular regard, do you think?
You'll recall that the EFF had already made a pronouncement that they will also take a chance to ensure that they also do or explore all possible means to have the state president removed from office. And I think what they're actually saying is that a Concord decision has been taken to say there has been a violation of the oath of office by the state president, And what they're actually looking for from the Concord is to say, Parliament, you need to act on the decision or on the pronouncement by the Concord to make the president accountable, and the worst, make sure that you punish the president so that he must actually resign from office. And that is exactly what the EFF approach is actually coming from. But another very important aspect as well is that the EFF has vowed, ever since they came to Parliament, to say that they are going to make it very, very difficult for President Zuma to run as the President of the Republic. And that is exactly what they are doing. They are doing all they can do in order to ensure that he does not relax and he does not enjoy his presidency or his second term in office.
Mr. Ndou, thank you so much for your time and joining us. That was Levi Ndou, a political analyst from our Polokwane studio.